It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the Texans and the Jaguars, next on Madden Football.
Well, no rain to worry about today, but as you'd expect this time of year, very muggy in downtown Jacksonville here at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Excellent punt. This offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Off the bootleg. Black rolling to his right. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Come on, fellas.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. So it was the passing. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's Robinson again on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's to the veteran tight end, Carter Landry. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. 23 yards the pickup there.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On second down now, it's Robinson. He's to the 10, and he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Andrew Beck, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Bulldozes past him. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Operating from the gun, Black. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Black. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Black. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So they took their shot. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple of... There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
These 2 coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the 2nd half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were...
On 1st down, Black. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll run it now with Robinson. They find some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw. Black. Here's the tight end. This is Landry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Black. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw again. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. On the return, it's King. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the Texans off. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Black. Got his man. It's the veteran Landry. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Black. Flush to his right. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Black. And he will get this into the end zone. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off play action. Black. That's pulled in, the veteran Carter Landry. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the deep.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Black. He'll rifle this one deep right side. They've got his man complete. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Fighting him off, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are on their way to a 2-0 start. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the right. So now we're in the final minute of the game of the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So now we're in the final minute of the game of the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. And they take a knee. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They looked like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation.
I was talking with my crew before the show. By the way, best production team in the biz, or at least that's what they tell me to say. Anyway.
Back in week 2, the Jaguars dominated their first matchup against the Texans. Can Houston avoid the sweep? Find out next on EA Sports.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first down, Black. He's got his veteran tight end Landry. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
On the run, it's Robinson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big... drop you in now to first quarter action as the offense begins this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Colin Johnson there, the intended target. And it's second down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On second down now, it's Robinson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Off play action, Black. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield. But it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad. But a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
To throw on third down, Black. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. And a short gain down to about the 33.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They'll try the left side. Robinson. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On third down, it's Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Black. Dancing to his left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
On first and 10, Black. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. A first down and more, Etienne. Touchdown! Travis Etienne. second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see that. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Black. They'll roll him out right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Black. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Black. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run. Robinson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. To start it out, Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And they can't bring him down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, Robinson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Black. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He'll buy some time right. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on.
And this is caught. It's a touchdown. Oh, there's a flag down. They're already walking this one back. This one's not going to stand. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. Crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Black. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The linebacker. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off play action. Black. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. They'll try the left side. Robinson, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, partner, there. Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Call it no gain there on the first down play. Robinson again. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
On first down, Black. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jags have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line.
We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Robinson, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Robinson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Black. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. picked by Ronnie Harrison. Well, in all likelihood, this. So now we're in the final minute of the game of the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. On first down, Robinson runs through the contact, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run again here with Robinson. 129 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They're going to give it here to his running back. Give him a yard on the run there. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Black steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jags, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.
You know, as longtime fans of the NFL, we've gotten used to hearing worn-out quotes from coaches and players.
It's week 5 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Jaguars and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could lose this game.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first down. Black. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to get it to Landry there, but it'll be second down. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Black. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Landry the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. Black. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time. The one. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 25 carries, 125 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Black sets up the screen to Robinson. Fights him off, and they're able to get this one across the 35. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off.
He's got a man. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. It's a room to maneuver. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguar. James Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can?
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, Black. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And some room to roam now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Colin Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on...
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. James Robinson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the foot and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and they take possession 2 yards. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Robinson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. They have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Black. He'll get this off to ETN. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Black. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Khalid Kareem there defensively. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Rolling to his right. Finding room inside the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson. Powers through it. Open space inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 180 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robinson. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's got this down to the 35. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. On 1st down, Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the left side. Robinson powers through, and he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, it's Robinson, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Black. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and that will So for the Jaguars, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
All right, it's time for Hidden Gems, this segment where we ask our audience to spotlight the people that simply...
It's Madden NFL 22, and EA Sports brings you the game of the week. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Jags, and it's coming up next.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, Charles, here as we continue to watch the Jags settle in on the first possession of the game, I think you have to be impressed with it.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Black. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On second down, it's Robinson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Robinson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Yeah,
You'd make sure that
absolutely.
he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter...
And he'll take this one in for the Giants touchdown. James Robinson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, Charles, we talked about how this team has exceeded expectations this year, and you don't have to look much further than this rookie quarterback as an explanation as to why.
The moment they drafted this kid, there was a renewed energy within the organization, and I think increased attention from around the league, because they feel like they've got a future MVP under center. And that kind of optimism, it radiates throughout the rest of the franchise.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Stays on his feet. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
To throw on 2nd down. Black forced out to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Robinson, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. They'll be saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more time.
And they won't.
8 more time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front, and to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Back to throw. Black. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Black. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Black being chased out left. Touchdown, Jaguars! Carter Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Second down at 4. A handoff for Etienne.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson.
And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback, just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. They'll run it now with Robinson. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Black escaping the pressure right.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Robinson. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Back to throw. Black. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Carter Landry, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robinson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Black. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Back to throw. Black. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. On 1st down, Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Black buying time to his left. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Black. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. They've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Jacksonville, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
Coming up on next week's slate of NFL games.
That's how we get it done, Rook. That's what mental toughness is about. Man, enjoy this moment. We made a statement out there.
you